Welcome to Limitless You, the channel where we unlock timeless strategies to grow your mindset, influence, and personal power. Today we're diving into Law 1 of Robert Greene's The 48 Laws of Power. Never outshine the master. It's simple but deadly. Break this law and you risk everything. Understand it and you'll master one of the most important truths about power and influence. Why is this law so important? Because power is fragile. Even the most confident leaders can be insecure. If you make them feel inferior, even unintentionally, they may see you not as an ally, but as a rival. The core of this law is about ego and hierarchy. No matter how skilled, talented, or driven you are, never make the person above you feel like they are being overshadowed. When people feel threatened, they don't attack directly. They quietly sabotage you. In Greene's words, always make those above you feel comfortably superior. That's not submission, that's strategy. Let's explore a classic example. Nicolas Fouquet, the brilliant finance minister under King Louis XIV of France. Fouquet was charming, intelligent, and extremely ambitious. But most of all, he wanted to secure his position, and perhaps even rise higher. So to impress the king, he threw a grand party at his magnificent estate, Vaux-le-Vicomte. He invited poets, nobles, and intellectuals. The food, the gardens, the fireworks. It was a masterpiece. But there was one problem. Fouquet's event was so extravagant, so dazzling that the young king felt embarrassed and overshadowed. Instead of being impressed, he was offended. Days later, Louis XIV had Fouquet arrested for embezzlement. Some say the charges were exaggerated or fabricated. He spent the rest of his life in prison. The lesson? He outshone the master, and he paid the price. Now, you might say, that's the 1600s. What about today? This law plays out in the workplace, in politics, even in families. You could be the most competent employee in the office, but if your manager feels like you're outshining them, they may block your progress. A brilliant idea in a meeting might be seen as arrogance if you don't frame it properly, or offering help could feel like an insult if it exposes someone else's weakness. Power isn't always about being the best. It's about making others feel safe with your success. So what do? Here's how to apply this law wisely. Make your strengths invisible until they're needed. Let others take credit sometimes. It builds goodwill and lowers defenses. Praise your superiors authentically. Highlight their strengths. Reflect their wisdom back to them. People trust those who admire them. Frame your wins as ours, not mine. Make your accomplishments feel like a team victory. Master timing. If you're going to shine, do it only when the master gives you the stage, and always in a way that elevates them too. Now, are there exceptions to this rule? Yes, but only when you hold more power than you appear to, or when you're ready to take over entirely. If the master is weak or fading, you may prepare to rise, but never openly challenge them until you're strong enough to withstand the consequences. And if you're in a creative or visionary field, sometimes you'll need to stand out. Just remember, diplomacy greater than dominance. Always. Think like a strategist, not just a performer. To wrap it up, power is not just about being the best. It's about understanding how people react to power. Law 1, never outshine the master, teaches us to play the long game. Let others feel safe. Let them shine. Because when the time is right, you'll shine brighter and smarter. If you enjoyed this breakdown, like, subscribe, and comment below. Have you ever seen someone punished for being too good? Stay sharp, stay strategic, and remember, you were born limitless. Now learn how to stay powerful.